Welcome to Spirit, our Monster of the Week charity stream. That's right, it is an interactive charity stream where you, the viewer, can affect the game by donating to Extra Life to help the children of Riley Children's Hospital. You can do that by clicking on the little, what is it called? The little box below our stream here, or you can do it by the link that is provided in chat by someone awesome who types in the command at some point. It'll pop up eventually as well. There's a whole list of things that you can do to affect the game, and it's fun, and it raises money for the children of Riley's Children's Hospital. So, last we left off, we met our intrepid heroes. Heroes? Are they heroes? Adventurers? Maybe. Paranormal investigators. Our intrepid team. We're going to go with team. We met our team last week as they did their first mission for S.P.I.R.I.T. S.P.I.R.I.T, of course, standing for Salem Paranormal Investigation Research and Information Team. They are based out of Salem, Massachusetts, and they are part-time weekend warriors for the Paranormal Investigation Team, known as. And they went out on their first mission, and they discovered a shadow demon at some residence in the eastern part of Salem. And tonight we're going to pick up with their second week as being part of S.P.I.R.I.T. So you all arrive to S.P.I.R.I.T headquarters, which is of course in the back of that smoke shop. And did you all take separate vehicles, or how are you getting there tonight? Carpooling like the first week?
The minivan showed up to everyone's house and picked everybody up that was willing to ride with her.
Perfect.
Yeah, Benny doesn't have a car, so he went with Catherine.
Jonathan, if you want to take your truck, you can, but you can just climb in.
All right, yeah, I guess I'll just ride with you all. Save some gas.
Yeah, especially
with these prices.
Especially right now, yeah.
So yeah, you all arrive together at the smoke shop in Salem, Massachusetts, and of course, it is closed, but you know that the door isn't locked, even though the closed sign is up, and you walk back into the all-familiar area in the back of the smoke shop where Marcus is sitting at the table yet again, and he has 3 different stacks of, like, there's a manila folder, and there's stacks of papers in between each manila folder. One of them is immensely thicker than the other 2. And he's sitting there with his pinstripe suit. He does have the fedora with the little blue feather that sticks out, and he is munching on a cigar, kind of chomping down on it. It's not lit. He's not smoking. It's for the looks. He don't light it.
Wait, he's doing it for the aesthetic?
Yep. Welcome to
boy.
Miami.
Miami.
Thought we
Sorry.
were.
Wait a minute.
It's a 90s reference. It's fine. Let's move on.
What the hell is happening?
He just bites it. It's for the look. You don't light
That's
it.
gnarly.
Anyway,
If you got that, you automatically get 50 nerd points. Moving on. He welcomes you all in. Come, have a seat. I hope you had wonderful weeks. If not, I'm sure your weekend will be just that much better.
Well, what do you have for us this time?
Well, I actually have a stack of choices for you. We have 3 different reports that I'd like you to investigate, and I'm going to let you choose which one you go after. He slides the one on the far left forward. That I have reports of a ghost in Greenlawn Cemetery. If that's not interesting, he slides the paper forward. We also have reports of a ghost at Graham Hill. Oh, no, wait. At the lighthouse, Derby Wharf Light Station.
What was the location of the first place? Sorry.
You're fine. Greenlawn Cemetery.
Stupid name.
I think it sounds pleasant. I don't know that it sounds much like a cemetery, but it sounds pleasant.
Do you think the ghosts tell people to get off their lawn?
But
Probably. Especially
ghost
the old
where
ones.
for the second one, Joe?
The second one, Ghost, is at Derby Wharf Light Station, which is a lighthouse on the docks. And then he puts his hand on top of the big stack on the right, and he smacks it and says, or this one. There have been many, many eyewitness accounts and reports of some sort of creature at the Graham Hill Nature Preserve. And he slides it forward.
Are there any pictures in this?
He kind of lights up and gets a bit excited as he flips over the manila folder, and he grabs one of the Polaroids from the top and slides it across. And he says, yes, in fact, there are many pictures. None of them have been quite like the pictures that you've captured last week. I'm very much hoping that you acquire the evidence like you did last week for this particular mission. But whether you take it this week or in following weeks, that's entirely up to you. And he kind of taps the manila folder, clearly indicating that he favors that one.
If it ends up that this creature that's been sighted, as Derek's like looking through these papers, if it ends up that it's like I don't know, like a porcupine or a bear, you said it was near like a
Nature preserve.
yes. Are we still going to get paid?
Well, you don't get paid, but if you bring back evidence or debunk whatever is there, then yes, your mission is considered successful. If you find evidence either way.
You know I meant Olive Garden.
You did promise us an upgrade.
It
He
depends.
gave us an upgrade.
Yes, you had Olive Garden last week. Olive Garden is the bar, apparently, for you, and if you succeed and bring back very
It's a
good
pretty
evidence...
low bar.
Better than Applebee's.
Way better than Applebee's. A hibachi steakhouse.
Ooh.
That would be an upgrade.
Never been.
What?
Oh, you're missing
Never
out.
heard of it.
Perhaps I
don't
will
think we have
consider
those
that
here.
for your Christmas bonus.
Yeah.
He
You
smirks.
keep
Take it
saying
there.
words like Christmas bonus as if you are actually paying us.
After he just told me, no, you're funny.
Can I look at the pictures that are inside the thick boy?
Yeah, absolutely. There are a ton of pictures and Polaroids in here. 90% of them can't make they're just pictures of forest, of nature. You don't really see anything that stands out. A couple of them have very fuzzy images in the center of what else is nature, but there is one particular image that you definitely can tell that you are probably dealing with some sort of Bigfoot or Sasquatch situation here. Very fuzzy
Jonathan.
image that looks about 6 foot, 7 foot tall.
What?
Jonathan,
Yeah.
aren't these creepy crawlies your kind of thing?
I mean, probably. It's probably not a bear. I mean, there's hardly any bear attacks around here, honestly. Most of the time it's probably like it could be a Bigfoot, though I don't really believe in Bigfoot myself. That's just ridiculous. It's probably a one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater. They can transform their shape and kind of make themselves look like whatever they want.
But they only eat purple people, so they're not really a problem.
No, actually, they're purple. See, that's the
Ah.
misconception there. Yeah, most people don't know. For a while there, I was afraid that maybe Oliver was one, actually, but Oliver's got 2 horns, so I think we're safe.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
What about
Anyways.
the
I was
ghosts,
kidding,
though?
but now
Do you want to go check out more ghosts?
I mean, if we can
speaking of ghosts,
figure out
Yeah,
how
that-
to, if we can figure out how to get ghosts laid to rest as more like a regular thing, then maybe they'll stop haunting my ambulance.
I don't think that's true.
Benny's gonna look through one of the ghosty.
Okay, which one would you
The
like
one
to
at
go
the-
through? The cemetery
the
or
lighthouse.
Okay.
The lighthouse.
The lighthouse there's a couple sheets of paper. They're mostly eyewitnesses accounts, like the transcriptions from eyewitness accounts. There are no photographs of this particular folder, but it does recount a apparition being seen in the lighthouse, usually up in the very top where the lighthouse light rotates, there's a figure that can be seen walking past the windows. Nobody currently lives at the White House, at the lighthouse. Nobody currently lives at the lighthouse. So this apparition, the eyewitness accounts are kind of like, is there somebody there if there's nobody there? So they could be written off as somebody that's just kind of wandering around at the lighthouse. But most of the eyewitnesses do believe they are apparitions.
How many different apparitions?
The description is of one single individual, except for there is one report of a small child being seen.
So one adult and one child, maybe? Cool beans.
They all have the same description. A salty sea captain with a trench coat, like raincoat, one of those fishing hats, like the rubber fishing hats that come down, and a big white bushy beard.
A great big bushy beard.
Hey,
what does the child look like? Wait a minute.
Oh, that was the child description.
Insert
yeah.
child description here. There's nothing outlandish or standing out about the child, just a child that stands about 3.5, 4 foot tall, runs around. Couldn't tell you if it's male or female.
I literally wrote down that the child doesn't matter. Because it's literally what you said, Joe.
Has anyone been hurt by any of these things?
Not at the lighthouse.
Well, what about the creature?
In the Graham Hill Nature Preserve, there have been 2 reported attacks that are associated with the cryptid sighting. They are from witnesses. They're witness statements. There's no documented evidence other than, like, there's a photograph of a person's arm where they claim to have been attacked by a cryptid, but it looks like it could have been a coyote or wolf or something like that that had bitten them.
Okay, and no attacks at the lighthouse.
No attacks at the lighthouse. The Green Lawn Cemetery, no attacks.
Probably should go to the most dangerous one first. Benny, you were going to say something.
Yeah, isn't the lighthouse like kind of your turf?
What are we talking about?
Yeah.
I have experience with lighthouses, but I think that Jonathan would have a good shot at figuring out what's happening at that wildlife reserve. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I vote for either the wildlife reserve or the lighthouse, because the other place sounds like a Sonic the Hedgehog level, and frankly seems a little boring. So maybe
Wait, Sonic the Hedgehog is boring to you, Jonathan?
Yeah, I mean they're really
Get
not that
past the
good unless you're 8.
casino.
I'm a little offended, but let's do the nature preserve. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Fantastic. Marcus grabs the folder and just slides it to the middle table and grabs the other 2 before you can change your mind and puts them away in the drawer beneath him.
I'm gonna look at some of these photos and reports and hopefully get things.
So, yes. You get your premonition, because at the start of the mystery, you always get a premonition. This time...
Hold on, I gotta roll for it.
I have only 3 written down, so we'll see what you roll.
Oh, good. Where's my character sheet? There it is. Premonition. Okay. That is a 10. Do you need the description of what that does, Joe?
I do not, because I have it prepared.
Proud of you.
Get a detailed vision of something bad that is yet to happen. Take +1 forward to prevent it coming true, and mark experience if you stop it. So, with that, you start looking through the photos, and you get to one that has a log cabin in it. And as you kind of like get sucked into this photo, you see an image of 3 of your party members. Going with Benny,
Eeny, meeny,
Jonathan,
miny, mo.
and Catherine.
Okay, hold on.
Mhm.
Benny, John, Kathy, got it.
The three of them are inside the hut, the little shack. It's more like a log cabin. It's not bad. It does look like it's not been used, and it's in the woods, but it's better than a shack. Anyway, they're in the inside of it, and they are all three of them in different locations of their body, chomped down by a giant bear traps.
Oh, all stuck. Are they alive?
You don't see any movement, and they do not appear to be breathing.
So that would be a no.
It would be safe to assume that they have perspired.
They are.
Wait,
They
that's
sweat?
sweating.
Dead.
Expired.
Expired? Yeah, there you go.
Cool beans.
Why not both?
There's no blood, it's just sweat.
Just
Just squeezed all the sweat out of them.
Never again, please.
And then you are taken right back out of that premonition.
Was there anything in the cabin that it didn't look like anybody had been living there or anything like that?
It looked more like it was a very part-time, like maybe a weekend reserved place. It looked like a rental place that people could rent out, but it hadn't been used frequently. It did look dusty, used, old.
Cool.
Joe, I would also like to do my beginning of mission, the man with the plan.
Yes. How does that work? Man with a plan. I don't see.
It is roll plus sharp on a 10 plus hold 2 on 7-9 hold 1. Spend the holds to be where you need to be prepared and ready. On a miss, the keeper holds 1, and they can spend to put you in a worse place, unprepared and unready.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Okay. That is an 11.
Yeah, you get your hold.
How to? Okay.
Well, I expect nothing but the best from you. Good luck. And I will see you at the end of the night, I'm sure.
Well, that sounds promising. Let's go, gang.
And you all load up into the minivan and magically teleport to the location in the minivan because we're trying to do concurrent time.
Ever thought about, I don't know, not doing this shit at night?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I mean,
Especially like in the middle of the woods at night. I'm not
Look,
exactly dressed for hiking.
I'm a college student with a part-time job and a paranormal blog. I don't have time during the day to do this.
Sucks to be you.
I'm
Also,
medic.
most
I
paranormal
have-
activity happens at night, so
But this isn't a paranormal thing. This is a creature.
a creature
Apparently.
things, cryptid things.
yeah.
A lot of predators are nocturnal.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Look, I'm telling you all, it's probably just a standard FPE. We're just gonna go in there, slash this thing in bits, and
FPE.
yeah, flying people eater. They're not
Oh,
always purple. They come in all
Jesus.
sorts of colors. I told you they can transform into whatever they want, anyways.
Sure.
Really had me for a second.
If we're going through this, we need to watch out for bear traps. I'm looking at you 3.
Why us 3?
Because
Why not
of,
Derek?
Because of visions. Do you guys forget what I did last time that saved our lives?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That
don't
weird
go.
thing.
The weird thing that saved our lives. Yes.
Did it save
I
us?
trust
Like
the weird thing.
none of that stuff happened though.
Because we were careful.
So what if you just see
Duh.
futures that don't ever happen?
Is it better that it doesn't happen because it keeps you assholes alive?
Well, I'm just saying, Maybe
Why
it's
am
just
I
like
the
a trick.
asshole?
Maybe it's some sort of spirit messing with you to throw us off, and it's distracting us from doing our real job. Like,
Well, I mean, Jonathan, she did say that you were going to go through a window, and then we did have an intense game of tug of war with you and that demon. So
that's true, but the demon wasn't a window.
What?
I'm just saying,
I'm
maybe
just
it's a
saying.
demon messing with us, trying to take us off the straight and narrow path.
Okay. Okay.
anyway, if it is a Bigfoot, they're typically pretty shy.
Don't go into log cabins alone, you three.
Okay.
Or don't go into any of them. Derek and I could check out log cabins.
So you two can
Okay.
die
Yeah.
instead.
No. That wasn't a part of the vision. Just the three of
Yeah,
you.
What should we do?
You're
Stand
not.
guard.
Look, we
Getting
made a
the point.
big deal about the chandelier last time. We can make a big deal about the bear traps.
As
Thank
you guys are
you.
arguing about this, you arrive
trying
at
to
the
drive.
preserve, at the reserve, and you're pulling up along the road, and it's dark, and there is a sign. It's painted brown with yellow letters, and it says Graham Hill Nature Preserve. And as you're pulling up, the road seems to kind of split. It continues going straight, and then it also splits to the right. And as you can kind of see with your headlights, I assume on bright, Theta, you can see that if you go to the right, there is a log cabin on the right-hand side. It's almost like a check-in place.
Does it look like the one?
As you're looking at it, it does look like it's a bit longer and bigger than the one that you saw.
That one looks okay.
Yeah, it's probably just the ranger station, anyways. They probably want to have us check in so they can open the gate.
Probably a good idea.
I don't even know if this place has a gate. I mean, we could just keep going and see, unless you all want to stop here.
Should we let people know in case they need to find our bodies?
Let's check in at the ranger station. That's where I'm going. I'm driving, so that's where I'm going.
So you turn to the right and you pull up to the ranger station, and the light on the porch does seem to be on. There's a lot of bugs. You can see a lot of moths and mosquitoes and stuff just flapping around the light. You can hear crickets, the night creatures.
Is this like a camping area or just a preserve?
It is a preserve.
Okay, so it's like you can wander through it, but you can't stay the night kind of thing.
Correct.
Except for the
Okay.
one lone cabin somewhere in the woods.
Okay. Guys, what should I tell this ranger?
Well, I mean, we have the packet.
Oh, they are not going to believe us that we're here hunting cryptids. Tell
I mean,
them
they might believe us that that's what we're here to do, but
they might not like it.
Yeah, they probably won't like it. They'll probably just be like, whatever. I'll talk to him. It'll be all right.
Yeah, you have people skills.
Well, I mean, who made the case?
Spirit,
Right, but who called on Spirit to have us go investigate this?
let me
Benny's
open this
gonna
giant
look.
file.
Yeah, Benny's gonna look
Well-
through the manila folder.
While they're
See if-
doing that, I'm getting out of the car to go talk to the ranger.
Okay.
Oh,
So as you guys are pulling through, there is no actual formal request for investigation by anybody in particular. This just seems to be a long built up list over the last 10, 15 years of sightings of this creature in this preserve that has been collected by your good friend Marcus.
He's our good friend now.
You've known him for 3 weeks
3
now.
weeks, and now we're good friends.
I think good acquaintance.
He's kind of sus. Did you say this was 15 years of information?
It is 15 years worth of information and sightings and things like that. As you guys are going through that, I forgot to do this. Hold on. We're gonna do. Boop. Okay,
Oh,
there we go.
Kind
As
of
you
loud,
guys-
Joe.
Is it? Sorry. I can only hear what's in my ears.
That's a little bit better.
All right. as you're approaching the ranger station, the screen door swings open, and in these cargo shorts and knee-high socks with these hiking boots and this button-down khaki shirt with the big ranger hat comes out this old gentleman with a big bushy red beard, long scraggly hair. He does appear that he is dirty, and he kind of opens the door, walks out. Hey, welcome. Are you Spirit? I'm Ranger Rick. Marcus told me you'd be coming tonight.
And Ranger Rick, eh?
Ranger Rick.
Hey, Ranger Rick. Yep, that's us. We're gonna just be kind of poking around a little bit.
All right. Give me just a second here. He kind of reaches into his pocket and pulls out this crumpled up piece of paper, and he hands it over to you. That's your permit. You're allowed to wander around tonight. You're not allowed to leave any traces, so make sure whatever you bring in, you take out with you tonight, and make sure whatever trash you leave behind, don't leave it behind. Yeah, you know the rules.
I do know the rules, sir. Thank you
Fantastic.
very much.
Whatever you do tonight reflects on you and Spirit. I know Marcus pretty well, so we'll be reporting to him if you leave anything behind. I don't want to see no granola bar wrappers or blow pop wrappers laying around in my forest. I gotta
You
clean
won't
up that
find that
stuff,
from
you know.
us.
Is
Good,
that an
good.
innuendo?
Benny slowly lowers his granola bar back into his pocket.
All right, well, good
No,
luck.
Yep.
If you need me, the number here is 555-1234.
Okay.
Really?
Got it.
Yeah, that's the number here at the ranger station. I can hear you from the car.
Yeah, he's leaning out the window.
All right. Cool. I'm glad that Marcus let you know we were coming. That makes my job easier. Where's a good place to park?
Well, the road continues up, and there's a parking lot just before the hiking trails if you want to use that, or you can park here and wander around. Just be careful, because the road does dead end at the beach, and if you're not, it's nighttime. If you're not careful, you might drive into the water, and I don't have a tow truck or anything here, so you gotta be screwed.
Parking lot it is. And I'm gonna get back in the car, wave again in a friendly manner, and back up and go towards the parking lot.
What if he's the one attacking people?
I mean, they do sell Bigfoot suits.
He doesn't seem like a werewolf or anything like that.
I mean, or he does just seem like a crazy guy that might attack people, though.
It's a ranger. He can't be that crazy.
Okay.
Why do you think he's crazy? He just said he's friends with Marcus.
Why do you all trust Marcus so much?
He's like our boss, kind of.
He doesn't pay us.
He feeds us.
Yeah, that's true.
Barely.
That's also true.
I never said I trusted him. I don't trust anybody with a hat like that.
A fedora? Yeah, kind of douchey. Also that suit, man.
Tacky.
Tacky.
And now we're all gonna die because we just insulted Joe's suit.
You continue on down the road, and it's not too long before you find a parking lot. And next to the parking lot, since your lights are on bright, obviously, you see another brown sign with yellow letters, and it says trail marker 1 this way, trail marker 2 this way, and then that way. Yes.
Checkbrain says the crickets are still too loud.
Oh, I can turn them down. Is that better?
Yeah.
Any lower, and that's off.
So if he knew he's coming, did he say anything about like where we should start, which trailhead or anything? I'm asking Catherine.
Oh, no, he just said this was a good place to park and that there were trails all throughout here. There is a beach, so we need to kind of keep an eye out for that.
All right. I mean,
While the rest of you were digging through the pamphlet, you will notate the location of most of the sightings. They're mostly to the north. They don't really have like GPS locations or like latitude and longitude, but they do notate that they are on trail. Most of them happen on trail along Trail 2. There's a big ravine that Trail 2 kind of like goes across the top of. The ravine is to the left, and most of the sightings are along Trail 2.
It's like we might be going through Trail 2 at least.
You guys think I should bring any of these cameras? I mean, I don't want to bring the
Yes.
whole bag. I already got a pretty heavy backpack on, and this not a flamethrower isn't light. Hopefully, I don't have to use it.
Maybe don't bring the not a flamethrower. We're not going to set the forest on fire. You know,
Oh, I don't
Smokey
want
Bear
to.
style.
No, I love camping. I don't want to set the forest on fire either. I'm just saying, if we run into an FPE, fire is their greatest weakness, and this thing will take him down quick.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
yeah,
it'll
but
also take the
it's
forest
also-
down quick.
I'm just saying, I can leave the not a flamethrower in the car, but then we're gonna be fighting this thing, and we're not gonna have a flamethrower, or
Okay,
not gonna
but
have
what
not
if
a
it's-
flamethrower.
It's not that. What if it is something like a Sasquatch or
I
a
mean,
really
Flamethrower probably
lost
mess it up
Yeti?
pretty good as well. You ever seen this thing? It's pretty kick ass.
most things get pretty fucked up when fire is involved, but I don't think we should use fire, is what I'm saying.
All right, well, let's take a vote. Raise your hand if you want me to leave the not a flamethrower in the van.
Really?
Look, I'm
Catherine
saying
is
hopefully I won't have
outside
to
of-
use
listen,
it, but
Listen,
if we
Catherine
have it,
is outside of the car, popping the back of the minivan and taking out a fireman's axe.
Hey, Catherine, should we bring a flamethrower?
it's not a
Well, in the
flamethrower.
wood.
That's what I said.
He specifically said not a flamethrower. He's carrying it if we need it.
Yeah, I'm not
Smokey
saying
the
we're just
Bear
gonna
would be
use
very
it.
upset.
Yeah, because I mean, think about it like this, guys. If we left it here and it is a Bigfoot, and he got into the van and learned how to use the not flamethrower, then we'd be kind of screwed.
Benny, I don't think that's
Just
what we're
take
worried
it.
about.
Just take it with us,
Just take it.
and don't plan on using it. But it's better to have it and not need it than
the
need it and
trees
not
here
have it.
are pretty
Exactly.
green too, right? Like it's not like this place is dead. And
I'm
It's
sure
actually pretty cold. You can see your breath, and there are no leaves on any of the branches around you. You can see through a lot of the branches and stuff. It's very bare because it is very
Winter?
early March.
Look, I don't want to use this not a flamethrower either. I'm just saying, if we
Has it
need it, we have
snowed
it. Hopefully,
today?
we won't use it.
Has it
Let me-
snowed recently? Like, is it like that level of cold, or is it just like menopausal winter where today was 50 degrees
It
and
actually
tomorrow
is- I'm
it's going
looking
to be
at-
30?
It's actually a bit chilly.
How
It's
moist
about
are we
40
talking?
degrees. It was raining on and off, so the trails are a bit wet. They're not soaked and muddy, but they are wet.
It is supposed to snow tomorrow.
as
With
long
showers.
as Johnny
Oh my
doesn't go
God.
crazy, I think we're fine.
Yeah. Bring it, and let's hope we don't use it.
You do
It'll be
have the
fine.
natural light of the moon, as it is it's kind of partly cloudy. There's a couple dots of clouds in the sky, but the moon is pretty bright right now.
What kind of moon is it, Joe? This is important.
It's a
Full moon's next week.
asteroid left over from 30 billion years
How
ago.
dare you?
Gonna make me look at the moon cycles? I don't
Yes.
know.
I
It's
actually
a
just did.
waxing gibbous.
There you go. It's a waxing gibbous. It's a monkey moon.
Thanks, nerd.
I'm gonna
Shut
put
up,
my
I'm the
flashlight.
expert. Not just on paranormal shit.
So yes, it is a waxing gibbous. So it's a sliver. It's like the thumbnail thing, right?
Lord.
Okay. I'm going to bring a flashlight also.
Good idea.
I'm gonna put my GoPro into night vision mode and also bring a flashlight.
Benny is putting a weird looking jar in his backpack, and along with his camera and his knife.
No, Benny, can I see what does the jar look like? What color is it?
It is red.
Oh, okay, wait.
It's exactly what you think it is. It's kept in the fridge at home.
What is it?
Look, it could come in handy. Maybe
You said
it'll
it was
attract it.
red.
Yeah.
Why is it red?
Do you just have a jar of blood?
He has
Wait,
jars of other substances. I wouldn't be surprised.
What the hell?
hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a dark brownish bottle. Brownish red with a tan sticker slapped on it.
What is that?
Oh,
Tell us
it's
what
a-
it is.
Werewolf pee.
What?
Oh, okay, it is. I wasn't sure if it was
Oh.
like a glass, like.
No, it's wolf pee. It might be able to, attract something or even like make something go away. So
It's gonna make something go away from you.
It's gonna make all of us go
Girls.
away from
Yeah, it's
you.
a big jar. That's a lot.
yeah, you can get these at Home Depot.
I'm gonna go down the trail.
Where did you get the... Never mind. I'm gonna follow.
Start heading down the trail.
Yeah, I've got my
Lord.
jump kit on my back and the fireman's axe kind of just like over my shoulder, and I'm following down the trail with the flashlight in my other hand.
Okay. As you're doing that, as you start heading down the trail, Ada, it's not
Yes.
too long, about
God.
2 or 3 minutes down the trail. In the distance, you see a shimmery glow. It seems to be translucent and the same color as the moonlight. It's this pale white with a very, very soft tint of blue. And it's just kind of shimmering what it appears to be on the trail ahead of you.
Oh. I'm
No one
gonna-
else can see this walking by.
Okay. I'm gonna start walking a little bit faster to see if I can get closer to it.
Okay, so everybody else sees Ada kind of pick up the pace down along the path.
Yeah, I'll follow.
As
I'll
you
follow as well.
Okay.
Pull out his camera and start filming just in case.
All right. As you're approaching Ada, it starts to take form, and it does look like there is a humanoid figure that is glowing on the path.
Ghost.
What?
Nothing.
Do we all see this?
Nobody else sees it. Ada is just booking it towards down the path. She seems to be like she's on a mission.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Ada, where are you going?
Shh.
Still
Um,
not an answer.
I'm gonna get closer and see if I can talk to it.
Yeah, as you approach down the path, right before the path bends and turns towards the southeast west, sorry, orientation. Just before the path bends west, there is a man standing on the path. Clear as day, you can see him as if he's a solid figure, but you can tell because of this glow and this translucent that he is a spirit.
Good evening.
He does not talk. He doesn't open his mouth. He doesn't appear to make any sort of movement. But he has long black hair, and he is wearing a sash across his chest.
Cool.
And the hair is braided into two ponytails, and he does kind of look at you and acknowledge your presence before turning the opposite direction of the trail and starting to walk in a straight line as if the trees and the bushes that are there are not in his way. He just begins to walk. He's not floating. He is definitely using his legs to propel himself forward and walking, but it's as if he's walking on a straight, flat surface and there is nothing in his way.
I'm gonna carefully follow him.
Everyone else sees Ada stop and then take off into the brush off the path in an easterly direction.
Ada,
Ada.
no.
Where are you
Have
going?
you have to stay on the trail. You're gonna get lost.
I don't have to do shit.
Also, the ranger's gonna be really pissed at us.
Ada, leave no trace. Ada.
What are you doing, Ada? Are you ignoring them?
I'm gonna follow the dude. Yeah.
Okay. Ada disappears into the darkness as she continues off, and he leads you deeper into the forest. What is everyone else doing?
Cool. This is how I die.
I'm following after Ada.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm gonna
There-
use my flashlight to try to like see where she went.
Are there any of those like little wooden stations around with maps of the nature preserve, of the hiking trails and stuff?
You did notice one at the lodge, but there is not one around here.
Okay.
Oliver, follow Ada. Don't let her get away too far. And Oliver will fly out of my sleeve and zoom off after her like a golden snitch.
Yes. The wings just fluttering at supersonic speed. It's like a hummingbird. Takes off and flies up. You can, and Catherine, your flashlight still catches the back of Ada, so you guys have not lost Ada. Ada is just going through the brush. Ada,
Yeah, I think.
go ahead. Is everybody following?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Oliver has caught up to Ada, is just kind of like keeping an eye on Ada. As you're following Ada, the figure continues to travel east, and then you can start to hear water. Sounds like rushing water. And the figure leads you to this waterfall area. It's very beautiful. It's kind of lit by the moonlight, so you can still see the glistening reflection of the moon on the water. The waterfall isn't huge. It's not very tall. It's probably about 30 feet. And it is in this like crescent-shaped, almost, it's not even a full like cave area. It's been kind of dug back so that there's this place behind the waterfall. But it's very open around here, and there's lots of rocks that kind of stick up an outcrop around this, and then the river continues on to the west. The figure continues on, and then kind of wraps itself around, walking in this very weird, spirity way, around to the back of the water. And from what you can see, disappears behind the water.
I'm gonna keep following it.
Everybody else follows Ada through here and does find that Ada has led you to this little waterfall area. Ada, you continue on, and you kind of peek behind the water, and behind this little waterfall, there is this outcropping, or this incropping, this convexed area. And as you shine your flashlight up on it, you can see that there are cave paintings all over the back of this waterfall. Nowhere in sight is the spirit.
Ada,
Yeah, what?
why did you lead us all the way out here?
Okay, well. Y'all know I'm a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
I'm
a
still
man.
trying to figure out what you did to my cat.
Your cat's fine. I followed a man out here, and there are cave paintings in this cave. I think it might be related to what we're looking for.
Wait, you saw a man, like, so you saw a ghost
Sure.
or an invisible man, or
I can see things that other people can't.
okay, well, what did he say? Did he say anything?
He didn't say anything. He wouldn't talk to me. He just walked through the woods, and I was like,
Oh.
he probably wants me to follow him.
You just decided to follow some random, strange, invisible man through
I
off the
got-
trail.
Yes, I had a good vibe.
I'm gonna look at the paintings.
As you're looking at the painting, it is very clearly prehistory paintings here, cave paintings from a long time ago, and they depict what you think probably is a wolf and several individuals hunting the wolf. And then it kind of like goes along the side of the wall and kind of evolves. It kind of tells this story of individuals hunting a wolf, the wolf being cornered, and then the wolf transforming.
Into what?
A large wolf stands on two legs.
Okay.
That looks like a werewolf.
Yeah, but isn't it normally people that turn into it? I mean, this looks like a regular wolf in the painting.
Yeah, but
Well, haven't you guys seen different movies? Sometimes a werewolf can be just like a regular wolf, where they have like an in-between form, where they're like half person, half wolf, and they're huge. Like that's how it is in the movies.
Well, do you think there's just one and it's been here since this was painted, or do you think there's multiple? I mean, this might be a lot deeper than we think.
Is there anything else in this cave, Joe, like on the floors or anything?
Rocks.
Okay, did I just hear twigs snapping?
You did.
I turned
everybody
to the twig
hears
snap.
from behind you a large crunch as twigs snap in the darkness.
I'm gonna tighten my grip on my axe here and just kind of slowly turn around with my light towards the front.
As you shine your light, everyone can see this glimmer of what looks like two eyes hovering in the darkness before they blink out and disappear. You can all see the shadow of something stand up and take off into the darkness.
I feel like that's enough. We have that on recording. I don't really want to die tonight.
Yeah, but what did we really see? I mean,
it could be a werewolf. It could be a shifter. It could be an amarok. There's a lot of big wolf-like creatures that it could be.
I'm such a nerd.
I'm an expert. There's a difference.
I mean, okay, he's right though. The thing that'll make us stand out compared to those other pictures is clarity. We need to go and pin down this evidence for sure.
Well, I will take a picture of the drawings at least.
Yeah.
Before I guess we try and go find the eyes.
I think we should go back to the trail.
Yeah, sure.
how well did we see it? Because I have an ability. Whenever I first see a new type of creature, I may ask and investigate a mystery question. Was that enough to count as seeing it, or was it just kind of...
You definitely saw something. You didn't get a whole lot of details, but you definitely saw it, so you can ask a question.
Okay. So, investigate a mystery. What sort of creature is it?
It's definitely bipedal, definitely has a lot of fur. You're not quite sure if it was like a Bigfoot, Sasquatch, or werewolf or werebear or something like that, but it was definitely animalistic in nature, was definitely larger than any animal that you would expect to see in here, and was definitely bipedal as it stood up and walked away.
And it was bigger than all of us.
Yes. Stood about 7.5 feet tall.
Did it look like wide and big, like gorilla
Broad
size?
broad
bear
shoulders.
size?
Very, it was very triangular as far as like the feet and the ankles and stuff were smaller, very wide, broad shoulders, and then the head was it almost kind of looked like the head was smaller than the body.
Okay. I mean, I didn't get too good of a look at it. We can check the camera later and see if we have any details, but it looks at least similar in size to whatever was in that picture. Definitely bigger than a normal wolf, and it definitely seemed like it was standing on two legs, too.
Okay.
But I mean, it didn't attack us. They're right
No.
here.
No, but maybe it was watching, trying to figure out what we were doing.
Well, I definitely don't think we should be separate.
Looks at Ada.
What?
You can't just run off.
I didn't
Especially
run.
off the trail at
I
night.
carefully took my steps.
You never split the party.
Come on, Ada. Haven't you ever played D&D?
No,
Yeah, the geeks are right.
I've never played D&D.
Are there any tracks? If I go look out, like, are there any little bean prints?
Yeah, as you investigate the area where you saw the eyes and the figure stand up and leave, you definitely see, because it is wet, it's been raining, you definitely see footprints heading back towards the trail that you came from. These are massive footprints. They are about 1.5 feet long by like 8 inches wide, and they definitely look humanoid, but they have a large pad in the back where the heel would be, and then 4 toes with what look like probably very sharp claws that dig into the mud. Definitely looks like it walks on the pad. It's deeper in the heel in the pad part, and then you can see it kind of like dig in and get really deep with the claw area, the pads in the front, the toes.
I'm going to take a picture with my phone and then take another picture with my foot next to it for comparison. So like one without, so it's more clear, and then one with.
Yeah, you get a picture of the footprint.
And what do you all want to do?
Well, we have to follow it, don't we?
Should we? Or should we look around a little more? I mean,
I hope it doesn't trash my minivan. I'm gonna be so pissed if it trashes my minivan.
True. How are we gonna get to Applebee's?
Applebee's with a
should have left the
B.
camera
We
there.
call it Bapplebee.
Probably should have, but we weren't thinking about it.
Should we leave anything here at this cave painting, or you think it
Yeah,
just
let's-
is here because we were here?
It probably followed us into the woods.
Yeah, it probably followed us into the thick of it.
But maybe if we leave a camera, we can catch that ghost guy. And then we could get like extra credit.
All right, okay. Maybe we'll get an extra appetizer or something. Maybe we'll get a free bloomin' onion at Outback.
$10 gas card.
That's like a gallon of gas.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll set up a camera, and I'll hook up a little mic too. Now these things run on batteries, as long as it doesn't start pouring or anything, it should be fine. But this isn't the best camera ever, but as long as the weather doesn't get crazy, should be enough.
So it didn't take you long. You reach out and kind of strap the camera around a tree branch or something and kind of like set it up, and it's pointed in the right direction, and you're confident that it's ready to go. And you head back towards the trail, unless you wanted to do anything else. All right. So the same amount of time that it takes you to get to the waterfall, about 5 minutes worth of travel time. You walk back, and you get back onto the trail. And you head back towards the north along the trail as you were headed there, or in the direction that you were headed originally. As you're walking along the trail, I need Ada to roll me your, what is it called? A hunch.
Oh no. That's not good. My hunches when something bad is about to happen?
Yep.
Oh, fudge. Okay. Uh-huh. 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 11. right? That's a... Yes, I had to make sure that wasn't a 1.
Okay. As you're walking along, Catherine, you suddenly get grabbed by the shoulder by Ada right before you step onto a bear trap. And as you kind of take a step back, you realize that there is, on the trail, a bear trap that's been covered by leaves and twigs.
Can I take a branch and, like, make it do the snappy snap?
Mm-hmm. You can, in fact, do that. And it goes off, and it echoes.
Sounded like it would have hurt.
Is it just me, or does it seem odd that there are bear traps in a nature preserve? It seems kind of like it's doing the opposite.
Well, also that it's on a trail.
It was meant for us. Thank you, Ada.
But, so that's the thing, though, is why is a cryptid using bear traps?
Could have been Ranger Rick trying to catch the cryptid.
He would be
Or
smarter than doing this.
A
We'll leave it in the
wounded
middle of the night.
catch is easier to get a hold of. If I'm wounded, I can't swing my axe.
Yeah.
Does
Are
it
we
look like there are any are there any cameras up in the trees, or like, I don't know, like meat or anything else besides this bear trap here?
You do get as you're looking around, you get the whiff of something. Definitely smells like rotting chicken. And as you investigate, you do find that there is a chicken drumstick hanging from one of the branches in the trees just off the trail.
Is it cooked or is it raw?
Raw.
How much you guys want to bet the ranger is feeding this thing so that it doesn't attack him?
Yeah, but why didn't he say anything?
Because it's our job to figure it out, not.
It's
I
our
read
job
a-
to...
questions. We didn't ask questions. So we're not going to get information if we don't ask questions.
Yeah,
Can I
but
read a-
good friends with Marcus tells me that he should tell us that if he's laying fucking bear traps out so that we don't end up
I didn't
fucking
say
hurt.
bear traps. I said the food.
Oh, no, definitely. But, like...
Could be poachers trying to hunt all the animals here in the reserve.
On the trail?
I don't know. This whole thing could be some poachers, some Scooby-Doo shit. I mean, this whole thing could just be something fake.
That's true. It could be something fake.
Poachers don't prefer traps, though.
And the paw
So,
print?
Guns.
No, I'm not saying, like,
Yeah.
maybe the creature isn't something bad. Maybe all of this is the attacks are just fucking people being assholes.
How certain were we that the painting showed them hunting the wolf rather than hunting with the wolf, alongside the wolf?
It was definitely the wolf being hunted. As it was cornered is when it changed. Like, it had the picture of like a cave, it almost depicted like the cave that you were in, the waterfall being the area. The wolf was cornered into that and then transformed.
Can I read a bad situation?
Yes, you can. Roll your read a bad situation.
That is a 9. So I can hold 1. And probably, are there any dangers we haven't noticed yet?
As you're looking around, expert, you spot glowing eyes about 7 inches off the ground and 30 feet away from you, off the trail, about northeast from where the chicken was hanging.
Benny's going to take a photo with his phone with the flash on.
As the flash goes off and lights everything up, you clearly see the outline of a coyote or a wolf. it scampers off into the brush. You can hear the twigs and the leaves snapping as it scampers off.
But like a regular wolf, right? Not like a big giant
Just
Definitely a coyote or wolf. It was not
Okay.
huge. It was definitely dog size. It's 7 inches off the ground, 8 inches off the ground for the eyes.
Okay, so
Oh, hydrate, everybody. I don't know how old that is. I just noticed it.
whiskey can.
I don't think it does. I think that's water, guys.
I don't think any of what I'm drinking counts.
Okay, so we need to be careful of regular wolves and
Oh,
giant
yeah.
wolves.
Remember the painting? Could be one and the same.
I'm gonna like look at the picture that I took and make sure that there's nothing else in there, or if it just looks like was the cave drawing the wolf, was it a good size compared to the humans
Proportionately,
that were drawn?
it looked like it was a regular sized wolf or coyote at first, but then when it transformed, it looked like it was
huge.
proportionally probably 7, 8 foot, maybe 9,
Okay.
depending on how accurate their depictions were. You know.
Hey, you guys, I have a new toy that I got during the week.
Oh,
It might help us out here. And I just remembered it until, now. Benny's gonna take off his big backpack and pull out a small box with a small drone.
oh. Does it have night vision?
It's got a light. I'm a college student. Get paid in Applebee's. As he's gonna take it off.
Yeah, so you got your little tablet that you watch the footage on, right? And
Yeah.
It takes off, and how are you navigating it? Above the tree line, like through the woods?
I think he's kind of navigating it just at the tree line. So it's still easy to maneuver it, but if I catch something, I could still see it on the tablet.
Because there's no leaves, and that makes it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you go up just at the tree line, and as you kind of open up your view, you see that if you were to continue straight off the trail and continue straight as the trail leads, due east, you're about maybe 300 feet from a shoreline of a pond. And then as you kind of rotate the camera around, get like a 360 assessment of where you're at, you see that the trail bends and heads north, and about 600 feet away from where you're at off that trail, there's another trail that branches off, and about a 30 foot off of that is a cabin.
Okay, so guys, up ahead there is a pond, and then there is what I'm assuming is the death cabin, about 600 feet to the north, off this trail. He's going to show them the tablet. Do we want to go to the pond?
We
I don't
might
know.
run across more actually wild animals there, but maybe more tracks.
Might get more clues though too.
I wrote pond because I don't want to die.
That's probably a good
Yeah.
idea as well, you know. I feel like if you die, Marcus won't give us as many Applebee's gift cards.
It's going to be really hard to explain to our dad. So,
Did you just say your dad?
Yeah.
What?
oh, we're half siblings.
Okay, well, didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No. Listen, I barely know you people. I'm out in the woods. This is how people get murdered.
Yeah,
How
we
people
need-
get murdered is going off the trail, following a ghost.
especially when we're at a place we're investigating because so many people got murdered.
No, people got hurt.
Well, over the last 15 years or however long that cave painting there, I mean, how old did that thing look? There's probably been plenty of people killed in these woods.
Whatever. Let's go towards the pond.
Well, before we go, I'd like to look at the bear trap.
Okay.
Does it look old? Like, I'm not, like, I know it's not just been like sitting here under the leaves forever, but like, how does it look like someone went out and just bought this recently, or is this like an old bear trap that they've set up?
It looks like it's maybe it's old, but not like old. It's not 1800s bear trap, but it's definitely something that's not brand new. It's got a little bit of rust buildup on it, probably a season or two.
Oh, okay. And we triggered it, right? So it's
Yeah, it's safe. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna pick up this, and I realize it's like 25-pound bear trap, and put it in my bag.
Jesus.
Okay. Yeah, you're now carrying a
And
25.
just look at everyone
Pound
else. And
bear
just save
trap.
myself $250.
I'm gonna take the chicken. I'm gonna cut that down and take it.
What the hell?
Why, Derek?
Okay, you throw it and you run the other way.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You
Yeah, you
douse
can
it in
share.
wolf piss.
As you're
Oh.
cutting it down, you notice that it's hung up there by something really, really, really thin and long. It doesn't look like it's string or thread. And as you look at it, it's probably about 1.5 feet long. And it almost looks like a long hair.
Why? Okay.
And as you loosen the tension on it, it does have, like, curl.
Is there any other long hairs lying about, or does this look like it was plucked for a purpose?
It does look like it was plucked for a purpose, as it was used to tie the string, or tie the chicken on the branch. But as
Does
you're looking
it-
around, you do see there is a clump of similar looking hair on the bark of the tree where the chicken is hanging.
Does it look like hair we've seen before?
At this point, if it was D&D, I would have you roll like a history check, but I don't know what the equivalent of that is. So, how familiar is your
Did
character?
we just see it on a man that came out of my fucking cabin?
No.
Can we
it is
do
not
Okay.
that type of hair?
Can I roll an investigate a mystery?
Yes, that's the role that I would like. Yes, thank you. Investigate a mystery. That's the one we need.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. That's the 13.
Yeah, I think you get to hold two and ask or you can ask any question you want, not just that list, right?
Yeah, hold 2 and ask Keeper any question
Okay.
about the mystery. Do I recognize or know what kind of hair this is, or any traditions used to?
Somehow, some way, I'm not sure how your character knows this, but your character does know that this is hair from a wig.
Synthetic hair?
He's a cosplayer. It's fine. Um,
It's fake hair. It's not even like real human hair made into a wig. It's like fake.
it's the
fabricated-
synthetic plastic.
Synthetic hair.
He's gonna like take the clump and kind of like look at it and just be like, so this isn't real. This is fake hair.
I investigate a mystery.
Yes, you can.
Six.
I think you get to hold one, right? Or is that a?
No, that's a
I
fail.
don't get
Okay.
anything on that.
Do I still get another one?
You have
Do
your
I get
two
the whole
hold, yeah.
2?
Yep.
I do get XP though.
Yes, you do. Mark an experience.
I'm gonna hold my hold
Okay.
for
You
another
hold your
time.
hold.
I hold my hold. he is going to hold on to the wig hair, put it in his bag, and then start towards the pond
Okay.
with his drone still going, keeping a aerial view.
Yeah. You got your drone going and you're heading towards the pond. Everybody else, what are you doing? Following
By a
along?
cat. Yeah, I'm gonna follow along.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow, and I also think like I have my flashlight going, and then last mystery, I'm pretty sure Oliver had like a beam of light out of his eye, like a flashlight, and I feel like that's happening here as well. So it's just
Okay.
like this hovering flashlight over my left shoulder.
And if I'm not mistaken, we described it as like a floodlight, as far as it wasn't like a point light; it was like a floodlight. So yeah, there's the whole area is kind of lit up, and you've got this bright light that's kind of following above your shoulder, that's illuminating everything in front of you. And you make your way through the brush because there's no path here, but you can see it's clear because all the trees are not blossomed yet. And you make your way through, and it takes you about 10 minutes to get to the beachfront. And it's not much of a beach. It's a very, very small shoreline filled with rocks, as the trees kind of creep all the way up to the shoreline. And
I thought you said it was a pond.
well, it's a rather large pond. It's called Spring Pond,
Okay.
but it's a rather large pond. And on the beach, you see there's an object laying on the rocky shore. It's a long, what looks like a 2x4 with some kind of odd attachment on it.
Go check it out.
As you approach, you see that it is, in fact, a broken, like, splint 2x4, and on the bottom of it, there is this attached carving. It's like a wooden carving that looks like the footprint that you saw earlier.
He's going to land his drone next to him because he only has 2 hands and take a picture of the carving.
All right. Yeah, you take a picture of that.
Is there anything else around that area, like the paw prints or footprints or more fake hair?
The only thing that you find is a set of human footprints in a very weird section of the beach where some of the rocks have kind of been pushed around, and there is like an open, exposed, muddy area, and it looks like someone with a size 10 boot has stepped in the mud as they were walking north along the shore.
Question.
Yes.
What color was the hair?
It was like an orange-brown, more brown than orange, but a little bit of an orange tint.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
You get down. Get down. Don't make your butt higher. Get down.
So you said it was like a size 10?
Size 10, yep. Solid heel, not like, heels heel, but solid heel, probably steel toe boot kind of thing.
I was going to ask steel toe.
Yeah.
Worker's boot.
Definitely something like that. Hiker's boot type of thing, because you can see the tread design.
How fresh does it look? Does it look like it was in the last couple hours, or does it look older, less like sunken? Or
looks pretty fresh.
He's going to take his drone back up and have it head the direction that the footprints were going. See if he can see anything up ahead.
About 600 feet to the north along the shoreline, your drone does catch the image of a humanoid figure leaving the shoreline and heading west into the woods.
Okay, guys, there's also people out here.
What do you mean, like camping?
No, look, as he's going to have the drone slowly following this person. and show the group the footage.
Can you get closer?
I could try. He's gonna
Like a
lower the
gun?
drone, but head kind of like back off just a little bit.
Since we're pretty sure this is a werewolf, what if this is the guy?
I mean, do werewolves usually have time to put on size 10 boots?
Only if they're the boots
No,
with the
how
fur.
How do we know that whatever makes them shift, they don't take their clothes with them? Just because the movies depict them like busting out of stuff doesn't mean that's how it works.
Do we recognize this figure at all? Like, are we able to see?
Not from the tree line distance. It's definitely humanoid, though. It's definitely human. It doesn't look animalistic. It's not, proportionately, it's not like 7 or 8 foot tall. It's like probably 5 foot, in between 5 and 6 feet tall.
Benny, get closer. Do like a
All right.
flyby, really quick.
He's gonna go like a couple steps ahead just because it's, ranged, and lower the drone down and do like a drive-by kind of off to the side with the camera.
Yeah. So as your camera comes down and you're watching that footage, you come down and you get a clear image. It is definitely a male human standing at 6'2", wearing outdoor camo outfit. And he definitely hears and notices the drone, turns around, and you see him draw a shotgun and fire it, and your drone feed goes dead.
Ah,
Wait, what happened?
Do you have
he
that like
shot
recorded?
it!
We heard it, right?
Everybody heard the shotgun go
Yeah.
off.
Okay, so
And he has
my
a gun.
drone's gone, and he has a gun.
What if this isn't a creature? What if this is somebody trying to make people think it's a creature?
Could be.
Maybe that's
So,
why there's
like-
fake hair.
Maybe this guy is dressing as this werewolf, so people will stop coming to the nature preserve so he can hunt things.
Yeah.
That, or even maybe there's something else in them there hills.
What if this guy is trying to keep people away from the nature preserve and hunt things, but that thing happens to just be a cryptid?
Oh.
Well, right now, all he's hunted is my drone, and I'm sad.
Well,
You
let's
got it
go
on
get
Amazon, you'll be
vengeance.
fine.
I mean, he's obviously not very friendly.
Well, I have a gun.
Yeah, I don't know. We're not having a gunfight in the nature preserve.
The
Ada.
fuck is that?
Yeah, that didn't sound great.
That's
Nope.
what we should be worried about.
I think we need to be worried about all of it. Guys shooting drones, monsters in the woods, regular things in the woods, a murder cabin. It all needs to be worried about.
Maybe we should just burn it down.
Where will all the critters go?
That's how we get arrested.
No. Nope.
That's
okay.
so much closer we
gotta-
should go.
Hey.
Yep.
Sorry, I didn't realize how loud that one was.
That was terrifying.
It's on our asses. Run.
Okay, well, I don't want to go the direction of the scary man with the gun, because that's also the way of the murder cabin. So he's probably one laying the traps down.
Probably.
Yeah.
We could just like pistol whip him.
He has a shotgun.
I also have a shotgun. What don't you understand?
I have a
I
not a
don't want to
flamethrower.
die, and none of you want to die. All I have is a fireman's axe.
Wait,
I have finals next week.
hold on. I call Ranger Rick. Beep boop boop beep boop boop boo.
This is
5.234.
Ranger Rick. How can I help you? Ranger Rick, hello? Is anybody there? Fucking prank callers. Click.
No! God damn it. Okay, I call him again. This bitch.
Ranger Rick,
Hi, Ranger Rick.
hello?
This is Catherine's friend, with Spirit.
Catherine's friend. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. With Spirit. Yep. How can
Yeah.
I help you? Did you guys get
Yeah.
lost?
No. Is there anybody else out here that you know of with, I don't know, a gun?
Is that what that sound was?
Yes, it
Shot my
was.
drone.
He shot my friend's drone.
No, this isn't this isn't hunting season. There shouldn't be anybody in those woods but you.
Good.
I'm gonna grab my stuff. I'll be out. Where are you at?
Well, maybe I don't want you getting shot, Ranger Rick.
Well, I'm in charge of this preserve, and if there's people in here with weapons, especially, that's my responsibility. I'm gonna come out. I'll help you out here.
Ada,
Where are you
ask
at?
him about the cabin.
Oh, what about the creepy cabin?
Creepy Cap. Oh, you mean the Hunter's Lodge?
Is that what that is?
There is a Hunter's Lodge.
Well, we're at the
You know,
pond. Do you want to meet us at the pond?
Okay, that's a rather large pond. Do you know where you're at along the pond? Did you obviously went off the trails?
Yeah. I look around. Is there anything that tells me?
You
where
can
exactly
see
I am?
you're probably about the middle part of the eastern shoreline.
I'm at the middle part of the eastern shoreline.
Oh, okay, yeah, right off of Trail 1. Yeah, you just went. You
Sure.
kept going west. Gotcha. Okay.
Hey, while you're, making your runs out here, maybe look out for bear traps.
Bear traps.
Yes.
Why would there be bear traps in my forest?
Dude, I have no idea. You're not doing a very good job knowing what's happening in your forest.
It's a big preserve. Click.
Smacks her.
Hey, don't hit me.
Okay, tell me he's not doing a good job.
I mean, if he doesn't know about bear traps and people shooting in his forest, shit, I'm slipping into his accent.
Don't do that.
I still
Don't
think-
like that.
I think we should try to meet him on the way to here
Okay.
and get him back to his ranger station and let him look at this in the morning instead of tonight because he's going to get himself killed.
So should I call him again?
I don't think he's going to answer.
He might.
He already left.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Got a walkie-talkie from him.
Yeah. So we need to meet.
I don't want to be responsible for the death of an old man.
I mean,
Not again.
No, Ada.
not again.
Okay.
You're not wrong, okay? You're not wrong.
What? What do you mean I'm not wrong? I answer my phone?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, this is Ranger Rick. Are you still there?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Hey, shine your flashlight so I can find you.
Click, 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 click.
Okay, yeah, you're about 600 feet away. Give me a minute.
Hey, be careful.
Yeah, you too.
Man.
I'm fine.
You're finding bear traps, hopefully not in the wrong way.
Okay.
Almost.
Is that a threat?
I'm gonna start snapping and motioning for Oliver to turn to light and hide in my pocket,
Like,
so that there's not just a floating light bulb creature.
it is suddenly much darker around you as the floodlight goes out, and all you can see is the flashlights and the moonlight.
Hate this.
Ranger Rick, does he have a flashlight so he could, show us?
Hey, Ranger Rick, do you have a flashlight?
No, I just wander around the preserve at night with no flashlight. And,
Okay, motherfucker, don't be so sassy.
Is this how
Joe,
you
I
talk
would
to
like-
everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Give me the phone.
No, he called me.
Click.
God damn it. Ranger Rick.
What would you like to do?
I would like to spend one of my holds on the man with the plan
Okay.
to be where I need to be, prepared and ready, because this seems like a time to do that.
Okay. So you, anticipating something happening here, you find a little bush to kind of like crouch down into, and you can see a flashlight approaching from the west. And you get prepared, and you get prepared, and you get prepared, and just at the right moment, you jump out and tackle the individual carrying the flashlight. And you slam their shoulders down into the rocky surface below and shine your flashlight in their face, and it is not Ranger Rick.
What the fuck?
It is an individual, male, about 6.5 feet tall, camo outfit, and he has on his forehead a red mark that comes down from the top of his forehead down to the middle of his nose bridge and a cross. And then there's a circle on the top part of it.
Oh, we got cults, guys.
I'm gonna take his gun, first of all.
I'm gonna call Ranger Rick again.
Hey, who the hell is this guy?
Yeah, who the hell are you?
Jonathan's
name-
gonna put his foot on his back.
Ooh, ow. Oh, the rocks,
Yeah.
they're digging into my side.
Yeah, well, you shot my drone.
It wasn't me.
Who was it then?
That was my brother, Dwayne.
The Rock Johnson?
Yeah,
Sorry.
like he hasn't
What
heard
are-
that one before.
What
And
are you guys doing out here?
Our job.
What's your job?
We're supposed to be doing a ritual.
Oh, ritual.
Who do you work for? A ritual?
We've never met him. We just get paid to come out here and do this, and we're keeping people out of the. Don't kill me!
We're not the ones walking around with guns.
I
Well,
told you I
most
don't
of
have a
us-
gun.
And
That's my
bear
brother
traps.
Dwayne.
Okay, hold up, buddy. What's your name?
I'm Maxwell.
Okay, Maxwell. Dwayne and Maxwell, pretentious.
What's your name?
What up with this?
It's part of the ritual.
What is the ritual for? Are you summoning a demon?
I don't know. We could be.
You just do rituals with willy-nilly with no explanation whatsoever. Are you really that thick?
It's my brother's idea, and it was really good money.
How good of
What-
money?
What's your boss's name? Who do you?
We don't have a name. The instructions just come in the mail. I can show you.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna go through his pockets.
Yeah, listen here, Dwayne's brother Maxwell without a gun. I do have a gun, and you need to start answering questions with a little bit more detail because you're not really in a position to argue with us right now.
I'm not arguing. I'll answer whatever you want. Just don't hurt me.
I'm looking for the papers about this goddamn ritual.
What do you mean
I jangled
instructions
the-
come in the mail?
Yeah.
The instructions come in the mail.
And where did you sign up for this? When did this start happening? This
Well,
isn't something that
My
just
brother approached
happens.
me. Dwayne told me about it, and he said we were going to get $60,000 a year to stay at this lodge here, and scare people off of the preserve while we work on building up this ritual. And once a year, we get money and we get instructions.
60,000?
You stay here
That's
all
a
year.
lot of money, right?
You
We
can
do,
make
yeah.
Wrong business.
More than that working, probably. At least the two of you together.
I don't.
Yeah, but we don't have to do anything, like, ever. We just, like, live here, and we get 60,000. You know how much we can spend when we don't have to do anything? We live off of the land
Are
here, off the
you-
grid, and
Are you laying bear traps to hurt people, though?
I'm not. That sounds like something Dwayne would do.
Yeah,
I
people are
almost
getting
died.
hurt.
What? What do you mean people are getting hurt? Nobody's supposed to get hurt. Dwayne said this was easy money. That's the only reason I'm doing this.
Nothing.
He
There's no
carries a
such thing
gun
as
and there's
easy
bear
money.
traps everywhere.
I'm sorry. Nobody was supposed to get hurt.
Mm.
Is Dwayne 8 feet tall and super furry?
No, he's 7-foot frame, rats along his back.
Oh God.
Look, we don't
That
talk about
tracks
that,
for
okay? What's with the marking?
It's a part of the ritual. Dwayne said to put it on and to meet him in the cabin, and we were gonna do the ritual tonight. It's been 15 years we've been building up to this, and of course tonight of all nights, you guys got to come in here and screw things up.
Yeah, so you're building up for 15 years, but you don't know what you're doing.
No, my brother Dwayne is in charge.
Do you know how dangerous just willy-nilly rituals are?
No, I don't believe in any of that stuff. I was just taking the money, and I got a stash of it.
You should worry about that stuff. You're
Do you
in
know how
some
much
deep
money
shit.
$60,000 times 15 years is?
Her eyes just go black.
cry.
What the fuck?
Yeah, okay. She does that. Do you know anything about the ritual? Like what you needed to do? What does it take?
Okay, well, for
You
my
paint on
part, I was
the
gonna.
floor with red paint.
Well, yeah, we paint on the floor. There's a symbol. It kind of looks like this, and he draws it out in the sand, and it looks almost like his, except for on each point of the divide in the circle, there are different symbols. One's a star. One is a what is it? Like, it looks kind of like a goat. He's not a very good artist. And then the other one is a triangle, and then the other one is some kind of symbol that looks like a P and an N mixed together with an X at the bottom.
Do any of these look familiar to me?
You can roll an investigate a mystery and then
Sure.
see if we have that answer.
Sure. What
Listen.
is investigative mystery again? Can you remind
Sharp.
me?
Sharp.
Sharp. Thank you.
Listen, buddy, why don't you try to help us out here? Because we're also seeing some crazy wild animals. And I don't want you to get attacked since you don't have any kind of weapon.
Yeah, I'll help you out. What do you want me to do? Like I said, nobody was supposed to be getting hurt.
Well, people have been getting hurt.
I'm sorry, I didn't know about that. I thought we were just scaring people.
Hey, what happened to Ranger Rick?
What do you mean?
Yeah, you know Ranger Rick? Does he know you're here?
He does. I don't think he knows we're here. We've been doing a good job of hiding.
Can I try and call Ranger Rick again?
Yeah.
Also, that was a 5, so I failed. So
Mark
I
your
will
experience.
use my one hold on my investigation
Okay.
to see if I recognize the symbols that he drew out.
You recognize 2 of them. They seem to be something that you've researched before that have to do with demons. This is Ranger Rick. I'm not available at this moment. Please leave your message and I will not call you back.
You son of a bitch. Ah, fuck, Ranger Rick, are you dead?
Yeah.
You can't leave that kind of message on somebody's phone.
Oh, you're not wrong. I erased the message before I can actually leave it.
Oh.
Cool. Ranger Rick might be dead.
That,
Ranger Rick
Opposite
could
of
have
cool.
been like the sacrifice to do whatever they were going to do.
We
What
need
else
to.
involved with your ritual aside from drawing the stuff on the ground? Like, did you have to kill anything?
No.
Capture
Dwayne said
anything?
nobody was going to get hurt. I was going to wear a robe and I was going to stand in the center of the thing that we drew.
Oh, that's for the sacrifice.
Oh, you poor sweet summer child.
No, nobody was going to get hurt.
You were gonna get hurt.
He promised me. Dwayne would never lie to me. He's my brother.
Brothers
Yeah.
lie all the time.
Sweet, innocent, naive summer child.
Okay, we're just. Do you have these papers?
What
Okay.
papers? No, the instructions, Dwayne has them back at the house.
I thought you told me that you had them.
No, they come in the mail. I don't carry them with me.
You are a son of a bitch. Okay, well, you know what? We're just gonna tie you up here, and we're gonna go figure out what your brother's doing.
Wait, what? No, take me with you. Don't leave me out here in the woods with all these animals.
I mean, that's fair. There is like a giant wolf running around. So
Speaking of animals, yeah, have you seen a giant
Oh no.
wolf?
There's no giant wolf. We scare people away using the footprint. And
Oh, really? So
Oh.
you had the glowing eyes that stood up really fucking tall and ran away?
what?
That was
No.
you guys? Oh yeah,
And
it's
you're
probably the
7.
fucking demon you're summoning.
No, we haven't done the ritual yet. You guys are not making any sense.
All right. Maxwell, you're gonna lead us to your brother, and if he shoots somebody, I hope it's you and not us.
Wow, you're a mean lady.
Yes, I am.
I'll lead you there, but don't hurt Dwayne. He's my brother. Don't hurt him.
We're gonna try not to hurt anybody, but we are gonna stop you from doing this stupid ritual.
Oh, okay. Do you want to like tie my hands up or something, or do you?
I'm gonna pat him down. Does he have any weapons?
You pat him down. He does have a pocket knife in his back pocket,
I take it.
but nothing. He does not have a firearm or anything.
Okay, I take his pocket knife.
I can have that back later, right?
Maybe.
Look here, Maxwell. I got a pair of handcuffs in this here backpack. Do I need to use them?
Yes, you do.
I mean, if you guys don't trust me, I would understand why you'd want to use them, but I would prefer that you don't.
I don't trust him, but the more he talks, it's like I kind of feel bad. Like he.
Don't-
We're gonna put him in handcuffs for now. All right. Here, move your arms behind your back.
You've
or
done
else
this
it's gonna
before,
hurt.
haven't you?
Yeah, it's.
Wink.
He's gonna go ahead and put him in handcuffs
Yeah, he is
Wink at
handcuffed.
behind the
Pick-
back.
Pickman
Not like
thing.
way up high, but just like right behind the back.
Yeah. All right. I suppose I'll lead you out there. Can someone shine a flashlight? You took mine.
Shine a flashlight. Can I look back towards the trail where he came from real quick to see if I see Ranger Rick?
You look down that trail, and there is no evidence of anybody coming down that trail.
Okay.
Go back and look for him. Like he said, he was close. He
I
saw
know.
our flashlights.
Or did he see somebody else's?
Well, it was right when you were flicking it on and off.
The problem is
Me and Benny could run back and check.
We shouldn't split up.
We saw where the cabin was on the drone. We'll stay on the trail.
No, I don't think we should split up.
What if he's laying out what if he got caught in a bear trap or something?
We warned him about the bear traps.
Surely he would call us if he stepped in a bear trap.
We
And he
also
wasn't
warned this
answering
guy
his
about
phone.
the ritual, and he still thinks it's a good idea.
That's true. Oh no!
Oh,
You see,
Which way is
Maxwell?
that coming from, Joe?
Coming from the tree line just south of where you're at, you hear that growl. Maxwell turns around, and you smell defecation.
Maxwell, what was
No.
that? You've been here for 15 years. What the hell was that?
And he just kind of points his head, and as you all look around, you see these glaring red eyes stand up. They are about 8 foot off of the ground in the tree line, just staring at you.
I think we need to run.
I'm gonna fumble to try to get my pistol off of it where it's on my hip, in like a, like a Velcro strap holster. So yeah, I'm gonna pull that out. And how far away is this thing?
It's probably about 15 feet away from you in the tree lines.
I would like to read a bad situation.
Roll
Yeah?
your bad situation.
Because this is a bad situation.
And Jonathan, you definitely, because this is the first time, you're getting a full glimpse of this thing. It is standing at about 7.5 foot tall. It is furry. It has a long snout, black hair, red eyes, very beefy shoulders, kind of triangular shaped. Certainly looks like a werebear.
I'm going to shoot it.
What?
Especially, you said it's 15 feet away.
Yep.
I think he would shoot it.
9.
Oh god.
What was your roll?
A 9.
You get 1, right?
You get 1. Yeah. So, what is the best way out?
Clearly,
Well-
not south, heading north along the trail line or ducking into the trees.
I would like to panic button.
Panic button. What does that do? Let me see. When you need to escape, name the route you'll try and roll sharp. Okay. What route are you going to try? Noting that you just had your buddy the expert figure out the best route is north.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to get everybody to go north. I'm gonna like drop my flashlight because I still have my hand on my axe, and grab the nearest person by the shoulder, like the back of their shirt, pull a little bit. I'm hoping that's Jonathan because he's facing the wrong way, and start going north.
Okay.
When I shot it, I rolled a 6 for kick some ass.
Oh no.
I'm going to spend 1 luck to have not rolled a 6.
Spend that luck.
And instead, it's a 12.
All right.
So when I shoot it for a 12 plus, it says I inflict harm as intended and then pick an enhanced effect.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
So
What's
I'm
your
going to
enhanced
choose. I'm going to choose the you completely hold advantage. All hunters involved get +1 forward.
Nice. So you pull your pistol out and you pull the trigger, and you're a little nervous. So where you're aiming, center mass, you don't hit that, but you hit it right in the kneecap, and it goes down.
All right, that's 2 harm. And by the rules, it gets to attack back since I've kicked some ass.
It does.
If it's in range, depending on what you have in mind.
Well,
Do I have something to throw out? Can I throw something out there? Do I have time?
it would, but because Catherine activated the panic button, Catherine drops the flashlight and grabs whoever is behind her and just kind of like throws everyone towards the front, towards north. And even Maxwell is kind of like pushed forward. And you all start booking it down as a reaction along the north part of the shoreline. And as this thing gets up, it starts to bound towards you. And it is clearly much faster than you. So you all duck into the woods, and you're heading east at this point. What would you like to do now?
I shot it. I don't know, but I know I shot it.
Derek is gonna turn around and kind of be jogging sideways backwards, and he's gonna dig in his fanny pack, and I'm gonna cast some combat magic.
Do
it. So it's and I'm gonna make a force wall so that if it does attack us, oh nice, it will bounce off of this wall.
I too would like to use some combat magic.
You have combat magic too? All right.
I have a juju bag.
That is a 13 to create a magic force wall between us and this beast.
You cast your magic, and everybody can see this glistening wall just kind of... And the trees and the branches behind the wall kind of glimmer and glisten as if they're like behind this translucent figure. And this thing is kind of limping forward at this fast pace. Even with a busted out, blown out kneecap, this thing is fast. and it is bounding towards you, and then it just smacks right into this wall and topples backwards.
I got an 11 for my juju bag.
What does
Plus
your juju
one.
bag do? Yeah, you get your plus one because it's been shot for the.
So 12. So it's a 1 harm, right? Yeah, 1 harm for magic, and I'm actually going to use your attack inflicts double the normal harm. So when it falls back, there's this, as Derek cast his magic, he pulls out this weird looking powder from this really old kind of mangy looking bag, and he throws it in front of the wall. So when the bear hits it and falls back, there's just this kind of explosion of magic as it hits the powder.
The explosion of magic propels it forward to smack it back into the wall, and it bounces a couple of times between the powder and the wall and just kind of lays there. You can see its jaw kind of twitching. Yes.
While it's laying there, I want to try to chop its neck with my fireman's axe.
Okay, roll some kick some ass.
That's still 2d6, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Then he's also going to take a picture. Video of it bouncing back and forth.
That's an 8. I don't know if that does anything though. I don't know what these numbers mean.
You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Did you add your +1?
That's a 9.
No, so it's a 9.
We're all
Which skill?
kick some ass.
So on a 9, you establish harm, you deal harm, but the enemy inflicts harm back at you.
Okay. So that would be 3 harm.
Woo!
From me. With my luck, I probably get bitten.
You swing that axe down and you find your mark right at its neck, and you hit right at that where the jugular vein is at, and you know you hit good. You know you hit the right spot. The axe is still in, so it's not like splurting out or bleeding, and it reacts by swiping up at you with these big long claws, and across your shoulder and down you take 2 harm.
Okay.
Now that I've seen this thing 100%, do I have any sort of certainty as to what type of creature it is? Is it just like, yeah, it's a werewolf? Or is
It is a werebear, yes.
A werebear, okay.
Werebear. And you're kind of knocked back. Your fire axe is still lodged into its neck at this point, and it's kind of sloshing around at the ground. What would you all like to do?
I'd like to try to, with my good shoulder and good arm, grab the handle and rip it out.
Yeah. You reach out and grab it, and it's slashing and slashing and slashing, and you pull out, and when you do, this black blood just spurts out, and there's like a pool of it that comes out from its neck, and it is just bleeding out, and you hear it kind of start to whimper, and it stands up, and you see it trying to head back towards the pond, away from you as it's retreating.
Okay, we need to go stop this ritual.
We need to kill that the rest of the way.
I think it's gonna die.
I want to make sure.
Benny's gonna kick some ass and pull out his magnum. I'm gonna try and kick some ass.
Okay, roll your
Benny,
kick some ass.
but wait,
Pop.
should we kill it? Should we try and? We haven't seen this thing attack anybody.
It
I
attacked
could try
us.
and talk with it. Well, to be fair, we attacked it. We shot it.
What if it wasn't after us? What if it was after this bitch?
What
Wait,
was
did
that
did we
noise?
just hear a shot?
I'm
Which
gonna
one
start
of us
running
is
back
hurt?
towards the pond.
You took a shot. Did you roll your kick some ass?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
He was going to, and then Derek was like, "No," and
No.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, as you're running back towards the pond, you kind of going through the forest, you see trees snapped and twigs broken, and there's clearly a path as blood has been splurted onto the trees. It's very obvious where this thing has gone. And you get to the edge of the water, and lying face down is a humanoid shape wearing knee-high socks, boots, cargo shorts.
We killed Ranger Rick.
Is he still breathing?
He's laying face down in the water, like his feet are up in the rocky beach, and his face is like in the water, and he's just kind of like floating there.
Got to
Benny's
pull him
gonna
out of the
grab
water.
him. Yeah.
Jeez.
You pull him out, and there's a trickle of blood, but you can see the red. He has bled out into the water.
I called
Is there
it old man dead.
any? Can we just save him, or is this?
If you have
He
an
took an
ability that
axe
does that,
to
you
the
can.
neck.
But it looks like he's there's a giant.
I can use
gaping
magic
wound.
to heal a little bit. May I do the thing?
Yeah, you can try. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop you from trying that.
I'm gonna try. Okay. That's comforting. Damn it. Never mind.
You can use luck, my dude.
Yeah, use luck.
I'm gonna use luck. I'm gonna get him.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be
12.
yeah,
It just turns it into an automatic 12.
and an added benefit. So he lives. That's what it says in the rules. I don't make the rules.
Yeah, you heal one harm plus an added benefit.
So you do see the wound close, and the chest begins to rise and fall. He is not conscious, but he is alive.
I'm gonna kneel down and go through my bag, pull out a first aid kit. But Catherine, help me with this. Help me with this.
You don't need a first aid kit. I have a jump kit. And I'll start bandaging anything that is still a wound. Which I'm imagining is the kneecap.
Yeah, the kneecap is... Ranger Rick is having a bad night.
I think we all kind of are.
Scared the shit out of us.
So first aid, I think, is automatic and it heals one wound. But is what Catherine has better than that? I don't.
That's up to Joe.
You have that pack, right? Did you bring that with you, or is that still in the car?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I brought it with me.
Obviously, you're a paramedic, so yeah, that's going to have a lot of good material, sutures. What are those called? The butterfly things, and
Yeah.
there's probably a hypodermic needle thing in there, and
All the things to keep this man from dying. Got it.
Besides the gunshot wound to the knee and the obvious
Now
bruising
healed
from the
neck.
wall and the magic in the neck, is there any other like gunshot wound?
you do see in the back of this individual there seems to be buckshot torn through his clothing.
We're gonna get shot.
No,
Hey
we're
guys,
not.
I think we came here for what we came here for, and I think now maybe we should, call Sheriff Vance and maybe Detective Thatch and let them know that there's
Satanic
hunters
rituals?
and satanic rituals,
My
and that Ranger Rick was shot by not us.
Fair.
my brother won't go down without a fight, but I'll testify if I need to. Nobody was supposed to get hurt, Maxwell says, because you forgot he was there.
We did not forget he was there. I just
No,
don't
he
give a
smells
shit about his safety.
Benny is gonna. Oh, go ahead.
What shouldn't we go try and stop?
He has a shotgun.
I also
And
have
even
a
though
shotgun.
Yes, but also,
It's our word against theirs.
and also we have. I mean, he still has the buckshot
Fair.
area in his back, and
And
our
we
friend
have
here did say
his ritual piece.
sacrifice.
Gestures to the brother. Yeah, wasn't gonna say that, but
We got information about
A
the
werebear.
creature. We know what it is. We have evidence. We did not come out here to deal with some psycho ritualist with a gun.
You're right. You're right.
And while they're doing this, I'm taking out the buckshot out of Ranger Rick's back with tweezers and suturing the holes.
Okay.
We should
With
probably
gloves
try
on.
and get him to the ranger station as well, or at least to the parking lot.
how about in the hospital?
Well,
the
I
van
mean,
is an infirmary, so
No.
that might help.
and I meant just out of the woods so that when the police and the ambulance get here, they can take him. Because it'll be a lot easier than us getting.
You suddenly have an arm grab you on the arm, Ada. And it's Ranger Rick's, and he looks up and he says, "No cops,
No cops.
no ambulance."
Wait,
And he
Wait,
lets
but-
go and he looks over at Catherine. "Thank you. I will be fine."
Sorry.
So, what do you want us to do about the Satan cult in your forest?
He kind of shakes and he kind of props himself up. And, well, I don't think I'll be able to do anything about it tonight. But now that I know he's here and where he's at, and he looks over at Maxwell, I can definitely take care of him.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you.
So, Ranger Rick, sorry again about the whole attacking you thing. You kind of freaked us out. What do you want us to tell Marcus?
Marcus knows about me.
Well, what the
Wait.
hell, Marcus?
Good, I guess.
I told you when we met that we were good friends.
He failed to mention that you were a werebear, though.
Yeah.
Some of the pictures he gave us were of you. I'm assuming.
Well, these individuals have been in my forest for a while, and I have been trying to find them, so some of these pictures may be of them with their fake suit. I just kind of let that go because it was easier to do so. It's easier to hide when people are looking for something that they don't believe in. Hide in plain sight, that kind of thing.
Is Catherine gonna be okay, or is she gonna turn into one of you?
Did I bite her?
You scratched her.
Oh, she should be fine.
Okay, well sometimes
I'm
in
sorry
war-
about that.
Tetanus shot. I mean,
Why'd you jump at us all
Rabies?
scary? I'm sorry I shot you in the knee, but like that's why.
I wasn't going for you, I was going for him, and he points to
Told
Maxwell.
you.
Huh. Again, we are really sorry about all of that.
It's fine. You did fantastic. You survived, and you did find evidence.
Can I
Fair.
ask you something, Rick? And don't take this the wrong way. It's not for you. But in the future, if I ever ran into someone that's like your kind, what are you weak to? Like, what would put you down? Not you, but like your people, whatever. Werewolves, werebears, you know that.
Well,
Lycans.
you know, bullets do tend to hurt. He looks down at his body that's ragged. But if you want to dispatch us, Catherine almost did the job. Severing our head will definitely do the trick.
I mean, that does it for most things.
Yeah, there's a few things out there that it doesn't, but
I mean, even humans can't live without their heads.
it's weak, fragile humans.
Rick,
Speaking
do you
of
want to?
weak, fragile humans, John, do you mind first aiding my shoulder here? I'm bleeding and this hurts.
So sorry about that. If you would like, I could seal it up.
What does that mean?
Prevent
Oh,
it.
do it! I'm so interested.
I would have to lick the wound, but it
Ew.
It's weird, Ranger Rick.
I thought that was a vampire thing.
Benny pulls out his video camera, totally ready for this.
I can just bandage it up, or you can let the old man here lick it.
I'm kind of curious, so lick it.
He goes over and he says, "This is probably going to be a little awkward since I'm in this form, and I'm sorry about the beard." And he starts licking the wound, and it feels tingly, and it feels like it start to kind of burn a little bit, but like not in a not like in a like alcohol on a wound way, but kind of like a tingly burn. And you can
Okay.
feel the wound like suturing, like closing up, like the skin gets tighter. It doesn't heal completely. There is a scar there.
Okay.
Benny
But
puts his
for-
camera away.
For the
Feel a little
purposes,
dirty.
for the purposes of the game mechanics, does that heal 1 or 2?
1.
1. Okay.
So why did you call us? It seems like you could have handled these guys better than we can.
Well, I have been searching for them for 15 years, and it is only with your help that I was able to draw them out. And
Well, hold on. You don't have like supersonic smelly bits or anything like that to like fucking find this shit? Like, what is the point of being aware anything if your senses are not heightened?
they, especially Dwayne, is a expert survivalist, and I was having a hard time tracking him down. Every time I found a clue, it would be somewhere else, or if I'd go to the hunter's lounge, they would not be there. It's almost
Okay.
as if they knew I was coming.
Okay, let's just go back to the ranger station. You can have Maxwell here.
And do whatever you want with him. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Also, did you know your forest is haunted?
I'm sure it is. This is a old location, untouched by modern
Cool.
progress, so...
Cool.
Also, if you happen to find a drone in the woods, will you send it to Marcus?
Absolutely. That's
You
the
need to
least
be
I can
reimbursed.
Yeah.
We do need to go stop and pick up our camera that we left by the waterfall.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Leave no trace.
do. Well, you have fun with that. And he walks over and he picks up Maxwell by the scruff of the neck, displaying strength that he should probably not have with his wounds and his condition, and he lifts Maxwell
With
up.
his old man bones.
Yes. I will take care of Maxwell, and I will see you all next time. And he starts hobbling down the trail towards the ranger station.
Take pictures when you find their ritual place. I want to know what they were doing.
Of course, I will report to you as well as Marcus.
Yay. You have my number.
Yes. Please don't use it often. I'm kind of a, introvert.
Same.
What about texting?
Texting's better than calling, yes.
Anyway,
And he disappears into the darkness.
let's go get our shit and leave.
Uh-huh.
So you head back to the waterfall, and your camera is still there, still running.
All right, yeah, I'll gather it up.
Yeah.
And we head back to the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
You head back to the parking lot, and your van is perfectly fine, not
Thank
messed
God.
up, not messed up. And you all pile your gear and yourselves into the van, and you head back to headquarters.
Yes.
Before we leave, I am going to use some extra gauze to clean the black blood off my fireman's axe. So it's
Yeah.
not really gross.
Yeah.
So I think Benny will drive, but the van is an infirmary. So anybody who's in it, up to 2 people can recuperate. In there, it's up just to the keeper's time of how much, like how long and how much they heal.
Yeah. It takes about a half an hour to get from the nature preserve back to headquarters, so you can heal up in that time.
Yay!
And you get back to the headquarters for Spirit. And you go back to the back of the back room, and Marcus is sitting there, and He is leaning forward with his elbows on the table and his hands together. So, how was your evening?
I can only imagine we're all covered in dirt, blood, sticks, leaves.
My shirt is probably ripped and is left me mildly exposed. So I'm like holding my shirt up.
I
with
would
one
have given
hand.
you a
Benny-
red jacket.
Well, thanks for the heads up about your friend Ranger Rick. You know, turns into Smokey the Bear.
Interesting. So you met Ranger Rick.
Yes, obviously.
Is that what happened to all of you?
Partly.
Mostly.
I shot him in the
Kinda.
knee, but he's okay. Sorry.
Turns out the sightings were some hunters that were there to perform a 15-year-long ritual.
Interesting. What was this ritual about? Did you gather any
No.
evidence or information?
Don't know. None of them had a shotgun.
they
None
didn't
of
know
us wanted to
either.
get shot.
They were getting $60K a year for 15 years from some person they don't know the name, they don't know anything.
Benny's going to show him the picture of the symbols that what's his name drew in the dirt. All we know is that he was going to draw this on the cabin floor, and they had these symbols on their foreheads.
This is interesting. He slides it and kind of sets it aside. We'll definitely add this into the folder here. Were you able to prevent the ritual from happening, or?
Yep.
Technically.
Great.
We gave yeah.
Well, fantastic job. Is that the only evidence you were able to collect?
Gonna give him the cave painting picture and the picture of the did we catch anything on the camera by the cave?
If Jonathan was reviewing the camera, then yes, you do capture an apparition.
Yeah, we also have some footage of some sort of spirit or apparition or something.
Oh. He kind of looks at it, and what you have caught is an very fuzzy, kind of like light apparition. Could be considered a humanoid if you squint your eyes and look at it, one of those kind of videos that comes out from behind the waterfall and heads back towards the trail.
Yeah, I think those woods are haunted, but Ranger Rick seemed to know that already.
Well, he has been there for a while.
He will show him the drone footage before it got shot.
Ah. This, one of the individuals that was attempting the ritual.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the leader, I guess.
name
He
is
was, I
Dwayne.
think, going to sacrifice his brother.
Yes.
Well, that's
Not very
disturbing
smart.
information. Very good job this evening. You have earned yourselves an Olive Garden gift card.
Yes.
It's only $50.
So, you seem kind of disappointed, Marcus. Were you expecting something else?
No, not
Were
at
you
all.
trying to get us to kill Ranger Rick?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, he seems to think you're very good friends, so...
It's a strong term.
Estes.
I'm just disturbed.
Why?
Well, we don't have enough evidence yet.
About what?
Patterns seem to be developing, and... Anyway, I have 3 options for you next week as well.
You're
What kind of patterns are developing? What?
Well, if somebody were to donate $100 to the Extra Life thing, I would reveal that secret.
Eventually.
But
I
eventually
just
you will
paid all
find
my
out.
bills. I'm broke.
patterns are developing, and again, we don't have enough evidence to confirm anything. I will let you know when we have collected enough evidence if the suspicions that I have now are valid. Come back next week for your next mission. You have done a fantastic job so far, and I'm very proud of you. Are you enjoying your time with Spirit?
Dad.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun Friday night.
I think they need an alcoholic beverage.
Am I going to get reimbursed for my drone?
I'll tell you what. He kind of pulls out a paper and he slides it across to you. Fill out that requisition form, and I'll submit it to the board.
There's a
All right.
board.
No.
I got licked by an old man to cure a wound.
Yeah, let's
I
That
Oh, yeah,
sounds
you
like
wanna
an
see
HR
that?
complaint.
Burnt
It's too bad we don't have an HR department.
Do you want to see the
I'm-
video?
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it was a weird thing that happened tonight. Amongst other weird things, I think I'm ready to call it a night.
Yes, well, enjoy your Olive Garden, and I will see you all next week.
Yeah, okay. He's going to take the Olive Garden gift card and start walking out.
Yeah, walking out too.
And this is where we're going to end this week's session of Spirit. Thank you very much for joining us. We will go ahead and on stream do the questions for leveling up. So yeah, if anybody has their questions here, we'll go ahead and ask those.
I will
yeah.
start reading them. Where is it? Oh shit. I don't have
End of
the thing.
session.
I don't even know what questions we're talking about.
Did we conclude the current mystery?
Yes.
No.
No?
We don't know what they were summoning. We didn't actually take
Yeah.
care of it. Like,
And we didn't
So-
stop it, maybe.
So no.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Yes.
yes.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
There's werebears, so yes.
I will
That's
give
the
And
you
also
a yes
there's a
on that.
pattern.
And there's a
happening.
pattern happening.
And did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Yes.
No? What did we learn?
That the two of them, Catherine and Expert, what is your name?
Half siblings.
Benny.
Benny.
Are half siblings.
Benny.
Oh, I thought that was just a
Yes.
thing that Ada wasn't paying attention to. Okay, so what does it say after that, Lance?
If you get 1 or 2 yes answers, mark 1 experience. If you get 3 or 4, mark 2.
Guess what?
So we
Everybody?
got 3.
I get to. We got 3.
We got
Oh,
3 yeses.
Oh,
So mark
okay.
2.
4-2. Yeah.
yeah.
3 for 2.
So I get to level up, and then I
Me
need to mark
too.
another one.
Congratulations.
I don't get to level up, guys.
Not yet. 1 more.
Thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of Spirit. We will be playing again next week, or is next week not the? I don't remember. Hold on. Give
The
me.
18th, we're playing again.
Yes, we are playing again next week. So join us next week for episode 3 of Spirit, where we do our next investigation. The crew can choose from 3 separate investigations that Marcus will have for them. So tune in to find out what they choose and what kind of adventure they go on. Remember that this is a Extra Life interactive charity stream, so when you donate, you can affect the game by your donations and help the children of Riley Children's Hospital. So please check out that link. And if you can't donate, at least tweet and share about this so that other people can hear about it and we can help those children from Riley's. Check out all the past episodes and everything at thenerdasylum.com. We have a Kickstarter that's launching, so join the Discord and watch the Kickstarter for the Guildhall Masquerade, which is a fantasy-themed dating simulator game coming soon to Steam and PC and Android and all that stuff too. Yeah, you can be in the credits, you can
Everything.
put your face in the game, all kinds of cool stuff by joining the Kickstarter. So check that out.
You can even become a romanceable character.
Yeah. What else? Am I missing anything? Oh, join us on all the socials. The Nerd Asylum. We're everywhere. TikTok even. So follow us on everything. I think that's it. DB, did I hit everything?
I think so. I was leveling my character.
I think I did
Do
a
we
good
have-
job.
Do we have any
Great
new
job.
shows coming up?
Yes, I don't remember when. Give me just a second here.
So Tuesday we have Anthropocene is back. I think that's it. That's
Tuesday
not
is
it.
Anthropocene. Next Friday is Spirit, and then the following week we have NA by Night again on Monday, and we have Homeward, which is a Starfinder game that's coming up on the 31st.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll be live at 9 p.m. on Thursday, a Starfinder game. And then we have Avatar, our White Saga of the White Lotus will not be playing until the 2nd. We'll be playing 2 weeks in a row on the 2nd of April and then again on the 9th. What else? I feel like there's another one. The 19th of April, we have a new show coming out at 9 p.m. called Corner Store. So, yeah. Stone, sorry. And our
Corner store, huh?
the corner
No,
store
it's Cornerstone.
Cornerstone 9 p.m. on April 19th, so you'll want to tune in for that as that premieres as well. But yeah, a whole bunch of new projects coming out, so yeah, join us on Discord, and I think that's all the announcements I have, so we're good. Until next time, stay nerdy, friends, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.